Good morning, dear students. Today we're going to take the second part of the present simple tense. Let's revise fast what we took the previous lesson. We said that the present simple tense, we use it for actions that we repeat. And we have some keywords that tell us when shall I use the present simple tense. So what are these keywords? Let's remember them together. Every, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, and on. If you see any of these keywords, you will put the verb in which tense? Yes, the present simple tense. How do I put the verb in the present simple tense? I use the what? The PS door. Let's draw it fast. We have our PS door. The present simple door. And we said that only one is allowed to get inside. Only one. So who are they? We have he, she, and it. He, she, and it. And we said that I, the king with the guards, will not be allowed. You, the greedy you that also might be for many, will also not be allowed. And we, they. I, you, we. And they are not allowed to get in. Okay? So those who are in, what are they going to have? They will take the presents. What are these presents? We have the S, ES, and the IES. So, if you see he or she or it, you're going to add S, ES, IES to the verb. Most of the verbs, we add S. Verbs that end in S, double S, SH, CH, X, or Z, you will add the ES. And for the IES, if you see the verb ends in Y and before it's consonant, so you cross the Y and put the IES. What if you find the vowel before the Y? You will just leave the Y and add S. And remember again with the pronouns he, she, it only. If you find any of the other pronouns, I, you, we, or they, you will leave the verb as it is. You will not add anything to it. And then we talked about the negative form. We said we use what? Yes, the do fish. The do fish. We have here our do fish. Okay. And then I add not to it. Negative means not. The baby not, that the do fish will help. So, do will be with I, you, we, and they. But if the do fish sees any of the presents, it will eat them and it will become what the fat does fish. Okay, so for today we're going to know about the question form. Okay, let me start by yes and no answers. Look at this sentence. Yes, Tom wakes up early every day. Here I'm having my keyword, what is every day? The present simple keyword. How am I going to make the question now? First you have yes to cross. Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to start by the do or the does fish. Okay, so I have to look at the verb. If you see any of the presents, you will start by the does fish. So here I'm having what? Wakes. I'm having the S. So you will start by does. Does Tom and does will eat? Yes, the present S. Does Tom wake up early every day? And question mark at the end. No, they don't go to the club on Fridays. Here I'm having on the keyword. How I'm going to make a question for this. First you have to cross no and not. And this is a very easy case. You will just make your scissors and it will be what? Do they go to the club on Fridays? Do they go to the club on Fridays? Okay. Look at this. It's very tricky. Take care. Yes, the babies cry every night. How are we going to do this? First you will cross the yes. Now you have to think. You're going to start by the do fish or the does fish. Someone will tell me does. Why? Because I'm having the IES. Take care. You have to look at the verb. The verb. Babies here, this is a noun, okay? It's a noun. It's the IES of the plural form, not the present simple. So let's look at the verb here. Cry here. Cry. Do you have here any present? No. So I'm going to use the do fish, okay? I'll start by the do fish. So the answer will be do. The babies cry every night, and my question mark. Okay, so this part you took it last year. We're going to add a new part this year. We're going to use the question words. So let's see how we're going to do this. My first sentence here, Mark sleeps at 9 o'clock. I want to ask about 9 o'clock. You have to think about the question words that I use when I see this. Yes, I use what time. What time? I'm going to start by the question word. So what will you do? First, you will cross this and start by what time. What time? And after the question word, you will put the do fish or the does fish. Again, you will look at the verb. You will look at the verb. Here I'm having sleeps. I'm having one of my presents, so I will use the does fish. So what time, does. And I write my sentence, does Mark what time does Mark sleep? And of course you will cross the S and you question mark. Okay, let's go to the next one. My next sentence, Tom goes to the club on Fridays. I want to ask about on Fridays. This is what? Yes, time. Which question word do I use to ask about time? When. When. So what will you do? You cross the underlined word and then write its question word. When. As we said, after the question word, you have to use the do fish or the does fish. Here, look at the verb. Goes. You have one of the presents, so yes, does. So when does Tom, the greedy does will eat the es. When does Tom go to the club? Let's go to the next one. The children always play at the garden. I want to ask about at the garden. This is a place. Which question word I use to ask about places? Where. Where. So I will cross it and write where. And then my fish. Let's look at the verb. Play. Can you see here any presents? No. So I'm using the do fish. So where do the, and I complete my sentence. Where do the children always play? And so mark. Let's go to the next one. The babies cry because they are hungry. I want to ask about because they are hungry. Here this is a reason. And if you see a reason, I use why. I use why. So here I write why, and then again look at the verb cry. No. Present, so the do fish. Why do the babies cry? Okay. Tom always eats cheese for dinner. I want to ask about the cheese. Cheese. It's something, thing. So which question word am I going to use? What? What? And then my fish. Let's look at the verb. Eats. You have a present with them. Does. What does Tom always eats would be yes, eat. Eat. Don't forget to cross the present. For dinner. And the question mark. Okay, now I'm going to tell you have two a bit different question words. Let's see them. Mom bakes every morning. Okay, I want to ask about mom. Which question word do I use for people? I use who. Who. So what's different about this one? After who, I'm going to copy the sentence as it is. I'm not going to use any fish, okay? So I will write who bakes every morning. Okay, so again, if you're using the question word who, you are going to copy the sentence after it as it is. Of course, after crossing what you are asking about. And the second one, I want to ask about Tom's. My sentence is Tom's bike is green. I want to ask about Tom's. Remember, if you see the apostrophe S, which question word you're going to use? Yes, whose. Whose. And whose also is like who. Again, you're going to copy the sentence as it is. Cross Tom's and then write whose. And then complete your sentence. Whose bike is green? And your question mark. Let's go to the next one. Black is my favorite color. Black is my favorite color. I want to ask about black. Here, you're like choosing something. You're having options of colors and you're choosing your favorite color. So in the case of choosing something, you will use which question word. Yes, I'm using which. And And after it, tell you something. If you see verb to be, here is stronger than do and does. So if you find is, you will put it after the question word. Again, if you find is, it's more stronger than do and does, so you put it after the question word. So again, I'll use which question word. I'm using which, and then I'm having is, so I will write it. It will be which is, my will be your. So the answer will be which. Right, is as it is, which is, and mine will be your. Which is your favorite color? Okay, thank you, dear students. Dear students, this is for today, and see you next time.